Happy Wednesday and happy New Year's Eve. Oh my gosh. How did we even get here? How is it New Year's Eve? I do want to say to start with, I'm a little more raw today than usual. And just to be honest, like this whole holiday season has been quite a bit heavier than I originally anticipated. Even though I tried to be prepared, there was just a lot of unexpected, messy, complex emotions that all seemed to boil up at the same time. And now here we are, New Year's Eve. And New Year's Eve carries a lot of expectation, just like Christmas Eve does, right? Expectation for change, for growth, for healing, to go into this new year and make it more meaningful, more joyful, maybe just even more put together than the one that we're leaving behind. It's also a time of reflection. We look back at what went well, what surprised us, what stretched us, what hurt. And all of that belongs here on this day and at this time. But for many people, especially those who are carrying grief and working through all of that, the future can feel really uncertain, very shaky and fragile or heavy because the ache of what happened, it doesn't politely just stay in the past year just because the calendar's changing. So if that's you, because it's me, can I just tell you what I tell myself? You're not falling behind. You're not failing this moment. You're not required to feel hopeful tonight. Sometimes the most honest posture isn't resolution, but recognition. Because when we name what has been lost, what still hurts, what's not making sense yet, we can often find that the weight will shift. Not because it goes away, but because it no longer has to be carried alone. And New Year's Eve doesn't actually ask us to become somebody new. Rather, it invites us to bring who we already are forward gently, with compassion, with honesty, with authenticity. If you're feeling hopeful going into this new year, I want you to know I honor that. And if you're feeling hesitant, tired, or unsure, I honor that too. And both can actually be true in the same body, in the same heart, in the same moment. Something I'm learning is that we don't actually need to have a perfect vision for what we want to do, for what's ahead, whether it's a new year or a new venture. We don't have to have complete clarity and confidence. Sometimes all that's really needed is the willingness to just take that next small step. And sometimes we just need to take a rest where we are. So as this year closes, I just want to say my hope for all of us is to release the pressure to have it all figured out, to trust that meaning and healing don't have to be rushed by a clock or a calendar, and that we can meet this new year, we can let this new year meet us with patience rather than demand. Because truly, grief doesn't end when the year ends, and neither does the story of who we're becoming. There are layers of grief that reach way beyond what we usually talk about, beyond the dates, beyond the losses that we can easily name. And in the coming weeks and months, I'm going to keep gently making space for all of that. For now, however this night finds you, whether it's hopeful or grieving, exhausted or quietly steady, I hope you can feel and allow yourself to enter into this new year exactly as you are. There's no rush, and we can walk this together. Thank you for joining me again this week and throughout this year. I'm so grateful for all the support and for the community we're creating. And speaking of creating, I'm so excited to announce that the website for The Waiting Place is set to go live by the end of this week. So watch for a link in the comments and I'll share that. In the meantime, have a great week. Have a happy new year. Be safe, and I'll see you next week.